Welcome to the show. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. If not, maybe I could say something tonight that will make tomorrow a little better. I'd like to say happy birthday to anyone having a birthday this week. And we're just giving everybody a few minutes to get in. Hello, Jocelyn. Trying to get these cards shuffled here. Hello, Amy Santos. Yeah, we're giving everybody a few minutes to get in. We already got a couple who has already donated, so they'll be ahead of you guys. So it just like always, donations, you skip the line and you're guaranteed a reading. But other than that, you give a number from 1 to 20 and you hope and you pray that we get to you. So we're only on for an hour, and sometimes we go a little bit over. Just depends on how the energy's flowing. All right. Donald. Donald is first. I don't know if he's on, but he normally comes back and watches the rerun. So we'll see what's happening. All right, Donald. Let's see what's going on with you, buddy. So what was his number? 11. All right, let's see what we got for Donald. Now, I've been having a trying week. We have all kinds of things that's going on here at the house. And Monday, I got to go see an eye doctor and see what kind of glasses I got to get. I know I'm supposed to have bifocals from the last time that I seen an eye doctor, but I never could afford to get them. And now I'm going to go see an eye doctor again, and this time I think I can afford it, but I got to see what they going to say. That's because I got one lazy eye, I guess you'd call it. I don't know, what would you call it? It's just that this eye here that doesn't see as clear as this eye. All right, let's see what we got going on. Right, here we go. Donald, here we go. If I can get it turned around, find my little pointer. We got, Direction Guardian. Says, choose your path, Donald. Choose your path. Now, Donald, we got some good news here. I'm just going to point this out. Okay, now to start off with, now this is a good card because it speaks of balance, getting balance within the finances. It is a 6 about persevering. And my concern at this point would be with this card. Because when you put coins and swords and they come out together, this is like throwing money to the wind, because swords equals air and coins is earth, or you could call it money, or just any way that you want to do it. But with the air blowing on the earth, things get moving around, and it's not normally a good mix when it comes to these two. So that's where my concern would come in. This one shows a communication issue. It's also a 3, which shows some creativity. But when it talks about, I don't know, it just that I see with the money and stuff, it's like money is going somewhere that it probably shouldn't go. I don't know. There's some stuff it may be, maybe some stuff that you can pull back on, start saving a little money. Maybe something going on there. But here comes some good news. Okay, here comes some great news. This card here, it represents sudden wealth. Okay, that means getting extra money. I don't know if you're playing a lottery, a scratch off, or something. I don't know. You're getting extra money from somewhere. Could be a lawsuit. I don't know. But there's some extra money. Then here is a message. So we're going to look at the message, and then the message talks about sitting on your throne, cutting out negative energy. So there are some things you're going to have to cut out, you know. There is stability coming, so this looks good here, all right? And then up here, now see, now you got a lot of coin cards, Donald. I'm going to tell you, you got a lot of coins. What I'm not seeing is cups, except for that one. You got one cup, which was right here, which was the message. But you do have a lot of coins, so there's a lot of earth energy floating on the table tonight. So that's what's in your reading, a lot of earth energy. This is another king. It speaks about sitting on your throne and using your power, all right? Using, or maybe taking back your power or using it, okay? Then over here, this one here is usually my side hustle card. It's also a page, which is also a message. And as you see, it's coins as well. So we're going to pull a card, put it on top. Let's see, what does it say? Look there. Some more coins. See that? This is more earth energy. This is a 4. This is financial stability. So whatever's going on here, it says you just get a grip on this, because this looks like there might be some stuff. I'm going to call it a financial leak with them too. So maybe there's a leak in the finances, and they might be something you need to stop up. But after all of that, so once you get a hold of this, all of this is coming into play. So like here we got sudden wealth. Over here we got stability. Up here there's more coins, and then here's more stability into the finances. See it looking good. Now over here we got the Queen of Wands. This one is about motivation, usually about motivating yourself. You know, like there's sometimes we have to push ourselves to do things because we might not feel like it. You know, like I might wake up and say, man, I don't feel like cutting the grass, but yet it's got to be cut. So I got to motivate myself to do it. Now, over here, we do have an announcement. Okay, now we're going to see what this one here is. This here is an announcement. So let's see. Well, Donald, looks like your ship is coming in. You got some ideas you're wanting to manifest. I don't know. Maybe you got some vacational ideas or something. So this here's looking good. I'm going to call it vacational ideas. And you got an advice card right here beside of it, which is also a coin card. It says for you to plan and organize. Plan and organize, all right? So don't just rush into things, just plan and organize it out. So yeah, you're not really looking bad at all. Just these first 2 cards is what had me there. But the rest of them shows pretty good, you know. It's a lot of earth energy, Donald. A lot of earth energy. So it looks like there's going to be some good things headed your way. Just get a hold of any financial leak that you may have. And that could be anything from a subscription that you might have forgot about, or you know, or just anything. You might be paying on something you're not even using, or you might have something that's costing you and you're not using it, you know, and it's costing you. So you know, so that's what a financial leak is. And we all get those. I mean, you're not the only one. We all get them. I get a financial leak, and I'm sure some of the other people watching gets them, you know. And we got to plug those leaks. Hello, Kelly Tapp. Jessica, hello. Christina, hello. All right. Trying to wipe my cloth off here. I think somebody did a scratch off or something over here because it's got all of the stuff on it. Shoo. I don't know.
For Amy Santos.
Amy Santos. Let's see where we at. Let's see where we at, Amy. Amy says number 14. Now, I also put these videos up on YouTube, and I also try to make a summary now in order for people to go back and read the summary, so that way it'll summarize up your reading, kind of put it all in order for you to understand it better. Chandra, hello. Hello, Chandra. Chandra is also another reader. She goes live sometimes before me, sometimes after me. Or maybe even during me. She just goes live. So when you catch her, look at her. All right. So Amy Santos, you said 14? All right, Amy, let's see what we got here. I got to get these cards and do a shuffle here. Hold up. Let me get this. It's got to do something good. There we go. That's better. There we go. All right. Amy Santos, number 14. I didn't find my fanning powder to put on the cards because some of them are trying to stick. So I got to find that. But we'll make it through tonight. All right, Amy, let's see. Oh, there we go, Amy. Amy's going to start off here. All right. And Amy's going to go there. Sure, okay. Amy going places. All right. This actually looks good. I'm liking this. All right, we might have to talk about that. We're going to talk about all of them, but now we're going to get us a look-see. All right, Amy. I like these. All right, Amy. Get your typing fingers ready. Here we go. Sky Father. Trust in the unknown, Amy. Trust in the unknown. It's kind of like when you take the leap of faith, or there's sometimes we step outside of our borders, and we have to trust what we're feeling, because sometimes our intuition is telling us some things, and we don't see it yet, but we feel it, and we feel like it's something that we should be doing, and it might feel a little bit foreign to us, but sometimes we need to step out, kind of step outside of our comfort zone. All right. Now, what we got going on here, Amy, we got a celebration. I love that. That is a celebration. Now, not only do we got a celebration here, but we got traveling here. This is not the Tower card. This is the Palace card, and like I have explained to other people who has been watching me for many, many years, and they know that some of my decks has Palace cards. And when you see a Palace card, that's usually some traveling. Maybe a mini vacation, leaving home for about 3 days or longer or something like that. So we got some traveling here, okay? This here is good. Now, another good thing about this here is that this here is actually strong, because this is a celebration. And if you notice, this is cups. And then over here, this Palace card is coins. These two go great together. This is water. This is earth. You pour water onto earth, things grow. So this looks great. Okay, the foundation for this is wonderful, Amy. So doing some traveling is a great foundation. Over here, we got some equal give and take in like a relationship. You have to always remember that everybody has a role, and it can't always be one-sided, all right? But to look at this a little deeper on the other on the other side of some things. This is a 6. This is about persevering. It means if you're going through something, persevere, push yourself through it. Because to be honest with you, right here, this here is strong. This right here is great cards. And then this one, just saying you just need to persevere, just whatever you're going through, because you're going to get a blessing out of this. All right. Now, I got another good card for you right here. This is another palace card. That's another traveling. 2 palace cards within the same reading. There's only 4 within the deck, and there's 78. Well, there's actually 82 cards in this deck. And so with 2 palace cards, I mean, what's the odds, right? You got 2 of them. So this is strong. Traveling is strong for you at this time. Traveling is strong. Now over here, it's got your ship coming in. Looks like you got some ideas that is about to be manifested. We got some things happening, maybe within, I'm going to say, I'm going to give it a couple of months. It looks like there's some stuff that's going to happen. So we'll say from 2 to 3 months, some good things are getting ready to roll in, all right? See the ship coming in, ideas you got here, stuff you're getting ready to manifest. You're getting ready to pull it all together, all right? Now, up here it shows more romance coming into your life, because this is the romantic night. Nights always talks about action, time for you to take action on certain things into your life. But we cannot forget that this particular night is the romantic night, which shows that there's some romance headed your way. All right, now over here there's some more stability. This is the Emperor, and it is a 4. 4s are about stability. Everything looking great. Really looking good. We got an ace here. It talks about new beginnings. So, hey, we're doing wonderful. We're moving right along. Now, we're getting over here. It says you need to hang out with like-minded people. Hang out with like-minded people. Because if you're not hanging out with like-minded people, what happens is you start getting pulled in 2 different directions, and then it becomes a tug of war, because you're trying to do something and then somebody else said, nah, you need to do this instead. And then they try to pull you away from your destiny, you know. So try to hang out with like-minded people so that way you can push your goals and stuff forward. Now, we do have a warning card, and that's this one. This is the betrayer card. This is where you may have told some things that you didn't want out, and then somebody kind of let it slip out. You know, so now that is a type of betrayal. It might not be done maliciously, but you might feel betrayed, all right? But looking past that, this is also a 10. And 10s are about starting new chapters, doing new things. And I really believe that some new things are going to happen with this traveling and hanging out with some like-minded people. I believe you got some good stuff coming in. There's some more romance. So, hey, you got a celebration coming. So everything's looking good for you, definitely. Everything looking good. Sure. Now my mouth's trying to be dry.
Promotion's coming for Kelly Tech. Number is 2.
Chandra says she'll put the seal on it. So now who now? 10.
Kelly Tech, number 10.
Kelly Tet. What I want to grab right over here. Yeah. Grab this one here. Kelly Tet. Let's see what's going on with Kelly Tet. Now, for those who don't know, who may be new, as you could tell, I'm not asking anybody any questions of what's going on in their life. I'm actually letting the cards speak. And that's all that I'm doing. All I'm asking from the people is a number from 1 to 20. And that is to get your energy in on the deck. And then in doing so, we let the cards speak. So what was the number?
Number 10.
10. Here we go. This is the energy right there. Looking good. Kelly Tip. I don't see nothing bad so far, so we're gonna see what we got going on here, and we're going to have us some fun. Here we go. Kelly. If I can get the cards to turn around the camera. Here we go. Guardian Angel. That's good. Says, you are not alone, Kelly. You are not alone. I like that. You know, you are not alone. And it brings out with a couple of things. One is that certain things you may be going through, other people has went through it and has survived it. Another thing that it rings out is that you have something with you that is more powerful than what people could see, you know. And that's why I tell people use their intuition. That's kind of like listening to your higher self or something. You have something more powerful which is with you that will help you get through some things. So listen to your intuition more. Now, over here it talks about setting up some walls and boundaries. This is you making rules. This is you setting down the law, you making rules. You are the ruler of your kingdom, okay? You have a kingdom, and you are the ruler of it. So you got to set the laws. You got to set the parameters. You got to say, this is what you'll do, and this is what you won't do, all right? You make the rules here. You set the law. So make some boundaries. Set up a wall, all right? And over here, it talks about saving some money. So that's obvious just by looking at the picture. But where it is a 10, it's about starting a new chapter. So this is kind of like saving to do something amazing. All right? And then watch this. Right over here, this is about making a plan before you make a move. Now, night is always about taking action and doing things. This is the slower night. He don't rush in. He makes a plan before he makes a move. So this is where these two cards come into play. Making the plan before you make a move. Start off with the saving of the money. And it is a 10, starting a new chapter. So sometimes you got to save up to start that new chapter. Sometimes we can't just jump into a whole new chapter. We got to set our rules and our parameters. We save up, get the kingdom's treasury, right, growing, and then we start planning before we make a move. All right, sounds good. It says here you can go forward with confidence. There's nothing that can stop you. In other words, there's nothing that can really stop you. When you got your plan together, you got your rules together, this is your kingdom. Nothing can stop you. Right here, advancing forward, that's what I see. Now, this is what you're going to have to understand. Other people's problems does not belong to you. Because sometimes we put burdens upon ourselves that belong to somebody else, and that we don't need to do that. But this is also not just about that, but sometimes you may have a heavy load that you're carrying yourself, and it may be your load to carry. And then the advice of the cards is you need to get other people involved, all right? Because sometimes we do need help, because sometimes we do need someone to get involved and to help us with our loads, all right? So that is the advice of the cards on that. Over here, more advancement. This is movement, so this looking good. It is an 8, talking about advancing, going forward. The King of Cups, sitting on your throne, ruling from the heart. Ruling from your heart. And then we got the little side hustle here. This is also a message, so we're going to look at that as well. We're going to see what that is. Kelly, you are the magician. Whatever you focus on, that's what you're going to manifest. That's how powerful you are. We pulled at the card that says you are not alone. You got power and you might not have tapped into yet. But this is the situation. Whatever you focus on, you will manifest. And people say, well, how does that work, Dave? Well, let me explain it to you. And the things you got in your life right now, you manifested it because you focused on it. The house you got, the car you got, the things that you got in your house, the earrings, the necklaces, the rings, or whatever, you manifested those because you focused on it. And that's what the cards are reminding you tonight. You are the magician. Whatever you focus on, you can manifest. Now, we do have, it looks like you got some information coming, either through a letter or an email. So, and it's good information because there's no bad cards in around it. So this here's good information coming. Right here, this here is, you see like a little loving family. So I say you got a loving family. There's also a 10. It talks about starting a new chapter, doing some good things. All right. So, shoot. So to be honest with you, it looks like everything is going to work out for you. The cards are saying, look, you just need to plan for your next chapter. So plan for the next chapter. So that's what you are to do because you got it going on. Shoot. So I hope that helps you.
And this one's going to be for Christine Head.
Christine Cab.
It's 12.
All right. Christine Cab. We're getting to you. Number is 12. Hello, Jennifer Skywalker. Almost didn't see you. You're welcome, Kelly. Yeah, at the energy that flows during everybody's reading, and there's a lot of it that's going to apply to the collective. And when I go to post a video, I'm going to also make a summary and then try to talk about the collective reading as well, so that way everybody will get the energy of what actually went down tonight. Because sometimes we don't see it all, but then I'm going to tell you about it. And then it's going to blow your mind. All right, so now what's the number and where we at?
Number 12 for Christine Head.
Christine Cab, 12. 1, 2, 3. All right, Christine Cab. Here we go. Tell you what, there seem to be a lot of pages jumping out in these readings tonight, and pages are messengers. So it's like there's a lot of messages that's floating around. So I've seen that. So let's see what we got here for Christine. Christine Cab. Here we go. We got the sun. Look at that. It says, enjoy success, Christine, and happiness. Enjoy success and happiness. All right. So here we go. Now, we do have the Three of Swords. Usually it is about sadness. It's also about communication. But this particular one, the word it is a 3, it's about creativity. It's not about sadness this trip. Normally it is, not this trip. Normally it's about the communication, but not this trip. This is more about creativity, about something that you have in you that you're wanting to do or bring out. So this is the time, all right? Over here we got the Queen of Cups. This talks about do not forget who you are. Do not forget who you are, okay? You are the emotional stability of the house. You are the one that gives life to the house. Without you, the house would just be just 4 walls. But you are the one that makes things move, all right? Over here, we got the King of Swords. It says you need to get rid of negative energy. Start cutting it out. Just start getting rid of negative things, all right? Now, we do have another queen here. This is the Queen of Pentacles. This is about planning and organizing, but I want to point out something since it's come to my attention, me looking at it like this, so close together. You got this queen and you got this queen. When you got royalty, usually a couple of queens within the same reading or a few kings or something like that, it usually means at someone is looking up to you and you are influencing them by your actions. So you are a great influence on somebody. Okay, so somebody's looking at you in a way to where you're actually influencing their lives. Okay? Now over here we do have an announcement, so we're going to look at that. We're going to see what that's going to be all about, the announcement. And it says here that looks like there might be some hard choices coming up. So you're going to have some opportunities, but there's going to be some choices. It's going to be a little difficult at first. It doesn't mean that they're bad choices. It just means that they need some communication. All right? And what it seems to be, because it's 2 swords and you see how they're planted downward, like into the ground, it usually means peace. So don't matter which choice that you take, it's going to lead to peace. It's just you might have a hard time choosing which route you want to go, all right? Now over here we got some stability. This is nice. It's a nice little happy family, some stability. Over here is some balance within the finances, looking good. And then over here, this one here is starting a new chapter. Start saving some money back, all right? So this looks good, okay? Starting a new chapter. So we're still looking good. The Knight of Wands. This is showing it is time for you to take action. So if you're wondering if you should do something about this or that, the answer is yeah, you should. You know, you should. You should chase your passion. The things that you're wanting to do, you should go after them. All right? Now, over here we do have the Death card. Death means the death of a situation. So if you got something that's going on right now and you're wondering, will it ever end? Yes, it's going to end. But what this brings is a change for when it does end. So let's see what the change will be. Because sometimes we want to know. So let's see what's going on. If I can get it up there, there we go. Okay, we got stability and This is 90% of the time, this is a relationship. All right. So we got some stability. And I'm going to say, because the other 10%, this is going into contracts and having stuff like that. But I'm feeling that you might be making a new friend or something. Maybe a relationship. Well, it's all a relationship thing. Making a new friend or whatever, getting a boyfriend or anything like that. It's all relationship based. But it looks like that there is some stability, and there is a type of relationship that is also dancing on the outside. So I'll put it like that. Okay, so that's what we got for you, huh? So, all righty.
The next one's for Dina. We just need a number from 1 to 20.
Dina, we need a number from 1 to 20, huh? Is it Dina or Dana or?
Dana.
Yeah, it looks like you're getting ready to get a friend, honey. That's what that looks like, Christine. So I do see you getting a friend or having some sort of a relationship. 17. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let me get a different deck. This one's a little bit too sticky. So we're going to get over here, try this one. All right. So this for Dina?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dina! Woohoo! Let's see what we got going on. What's the number?
17.
17. All right. Let's see what we got. Dina's starting out the gate strong. She is strong. Looking strong. Oh, wow. All right, here we go, Dana. Let's see what we got going on. Let me turn this around. All right, we got the seer. It says, see beyond the current situation. You have to look beyond the tree to see the forest. You see, so sometimes people can't see the forest because of the tree. Got to quit focusing on the tree and look beyond, all right? So look beyond the current situation. Now, here's some good things that we got coming. This is some sudden wealth, getting some extra cash from somewhere. You're getting some extra money, so that sounds good. Over here, it shows there's some advancement because it is an 8. 8s are always about advancing, and this one says you can advance forward with confidence. Starting a new chapter into your life, it's time for you to do some new things. So, hey, need to start doing some new things. You done did the old stuff, so now it's time to do some new things, all right? So this looks good here. Then now here we got success. So I see whatever it is you're trying to do, it will be successful. Over here it shows some more advancement, but this advancement shows that it is in the clouds. That means you're in a situation to where you see what's coming at you. You're not fooled. So that's a plus. You are not fooled. You see what's coming at you. This is advancing forward. This one shows a happy little family. That's a family of dolphins. It's also a 10, which keeps speaking about doing the new chapter, doing new things. All right? We do have an announcement. So we're going to look at that. Let's see. Here's your announcement. It says for you to pay attention to details, all right? Pay attention to details because you got some opportunities that's all in around you. You need to pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the details of things because there's a lot of people they don't pay attention to the signs, or they can't seem to take a hint when, like when people are doing certain things. You just need to be more aware of what's going on, all right? So over here, don't forget who you are. You are the emotional stability of the house. You are the one that gives life to the house. You are the one that brings them four walls to life. Without you, it would just be four empty rooms, or it'd just be an empty room with just four walls. It'd be nothing. You are the one that brings life to it. Now, over here is a long-term commitment. Now, this is what we see. Now, sometimes this is marriage, matrimony, but also this is in the realm of type of choices and persevering, all right? But it is a long-term commitment, so which can be contracts. That could be you moving into a house and going on a year or two lease, to actually matrimony. So this could be any of those because this is long-term commitment. This over here says stay on the path that you know, all right? Because there is some deception out there, so there is some people that's trying to deceive you, so there is some tricksters. So stay on the path that you know, all right? Don't get pulled into some foolishness, all right? So that's what I got for you, huh? Hope that helps. And that's without me asking questions. Jocelyn.
It's her birthday, and her number is 12.
All right, let me find it here. Let me see where we at now. All right.
Yes, she's going to get a birthday boy.
You're welcome, huh? Let's see what we got here. All right. Jocelyn, you said it's her birthday?
Yes.
Jocelyn got a birthday. What? Okay, everybody bring out the birthday cakes. Jocelyn, let's see what's happening for you. $13, right?
12.
12. Okay, well, there's three of it. 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here we go, Jocelyn. There it is. We're going to go right there. Then we're going to go right here. All right. Well, Jocelyn, looks like I'll wait and tell you. I don't want to give it away. Just hold up. I'll wait and tell you. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait till we get there. Shoo! I just can't wait to get there though. But we gotta wait. I'm about to just tell you. All right, so we're gonna get here. It says, release the old and rest. Release the old and rest. shed the old skin. Just get rid of all that stuff. It's time to get rid of all that. Time for you to rest, become a different person, start a new chapter, do something different. All right? Here we go, Jocelyn. So here's what we got. We got stability. This here's looking good. This one here, starting that new chapter. Over here, showing balance within the finances. See it looking good. Now here goes the thing, Jocelyn. Now, we got an ace here and we got an ace up here. Anytime there's two aces or more within the same reading, you're either moving or you're going to be buying something for the house or decorating the house or remodeling or something. All right, so now here goes the next step. There is a long-term commitment. So we got that happening. This is also a 6. 6 is about persevering. You got to push through whatever you got going on because some things are getting better. Things are getting better. It's not getting worse. It may feel like it at times, but it is getting better. Now, watch this. Now, I'm going to have to put this out there. Now, we do have the two aces, which means you're either moving or you're remodeling or something. But these aces also means new beginnings. Now, here comes the advice of the cards right here. This card right here is saying, Jocelyn, do not build on old foundations. Do not build on old foundations. Because them foundations was no good. They was no good. And if you build on them old foundations, you're just asking for the old thing to come back. You don't want the old thing. You want the new thing. Because this is the new Jocelyn. We're starting new chapters. We're going to be doing new things. So don't build on old foundations. All right? Now, over here is a message. So we're going to look at this. It shows you got room to grow, Jocelyn, room to grow. This is also a 10. It talks about that new chapter. So it looks like your card is definitely talking about doing some new things, shedding some old skin, doing new chapters. Yes. Now, we also got people coming back into your life. It means you got company coming. You got people you haven't seen in a while coming back into your life. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes that's it's an okay thing. But just telling you what the cards say, all right? Then over here it talks about any type of relationship that you get in, it's got to be equal give and take. It can never be one-sided, where one side is always taking and the other side is always giving. And with that said, I'm going to reiterate, don't build on old foundations. So make sure when you start a new beginning, it's also on a new foundation. All right? So, shoot. So that's what I got for you, huh? So you got some good things, and the advice is don't build on old foundations. So, okay. So that's what we got going on. Sure.
The next one is going to be for
Kalia.
Number 13.
We're looking for Kalia. Number 13. Let's see where we at. That's what I'm saying. New things, new me, to a new whole go around. That's what I tell people, that, like when somebody does me dirty, they don't get the same David that they had when we were friends. You know what I'm saying? They don't get the same one. They get a whole new thing. And it's the same way whenever that you're going to start a new chapter in like your life. You want to go and do some new things and be a little different. It's kind of like having a second chance at life, and you say, well, this time I'm going to take life by the horns and I'm going to do it differently. Because last time I was led around by everybody else's ideas, but this time I'm going to give my own ideas. You know, so it's stuff like that. All right, so anyhow, so that's what we're looking at.
Number 13.
Number 13, Kalia. All right. Number 13. All righty. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. All right, Kalia, here we go, honey. Let me get this turned around. I'm trying to. It looks like you got some opportunities that has opened up. There's some choices. Twos are about choices and opportunities. It looks like you have some that had just opened up, and you already know what you're wanting to do. Now, I do see a change coming here, so we're going to look at this. So we do see a change that's coming, and this shows there's some stability coming and shows that there's some balance coming. Now, Kalia, we do have two kings, and anytime, especially when you got kings that's together, but kings always talks about you setting up on your throne. But these two kings here are really powerful. This one's earth and this one's water. When you pour water on the earth, things grow, okay? So it looks like you are a great influence in somebody's life, okay? So you need to sit on the throne, exercise your power, rule from your heart. Now, I do see a tower moment coming, but this is more of an awakening that will happen. I'm going to say it another way. There are sometimes we have things that happen in our life, and we feel like it is a tragedy at first, but then later on we see that we really dodged a bullet because of the tragedy that happened. Usually when the tower moment happens, usually it gets rid of certain people in your life that was no good for you. You know, maybe some bad influence, things like that. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. Now, over here, I see some stability here. So this looks good. There's also some deception in the midst, and the cards are giving you a fair warning right now. Stay on the path that you know. Do not let people persuade you one way or the other. Okay, because it seems like there are going to be some people that's going to try to use some kind of trickery. It says for you to use your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, then it's not right. Okay? So those two cards go together. Now, over here with the financial part, show some financial stability headed your way and some sudden wealth. So that means you will be getting some extra cash. So that's what I got for you, huh? So hope that helped. And I know it did. The message is out there. Sure.
The next one is for Gerald Jarrett.
Carol?
Number 7.
Carol Jarrett. Okay, let me set these cards over here. Tried to make room. Tonight it looks more like it's about doing some new things with our lives. Maybe setting up some new rules and boundaries. That's what tonight looks like with the cards. All right, so what was her number?
Number 7 for Carol.
Carol, here you go, 7. So remember, guys, a donation, you're guaranteed a reading. All right, Carol. All right, Carol. Here we go. All right, Carol, we're going to start you off here with the 10 of Pentacles. Starting a new chapter. 10s are always about doing something different, starting over, new chapters. 6s is about always equal give and take within a relationship. Cannot be one-sided, but where it is a 6, it's about perseverance. Long-term commitments with the lover. So we absolutely have a long-term commitment going on. All right? So we got that happening. You need to plan and organize. We got this. Now we got a few coin cards. And over here it says for you to sit on your throne and start exercising your power. Time for you to exercise your power. The 8 of Pentacles says advancement in the finances. So this looks good. And then the Death card says there's a death of a situation, something you may have going on with you, and is about to come to an end. So we're going to take a look because it will bring about a change. It'll tell you what you need to do. That's why I put 2 cards on it, so we'll get an idea. All right. 1, it says you need to be the nosy lady, ask the hard questions. And 2, it says here you need to hang out with like-minded people. All right? So that's where we at. Now, over here, we have advancing with confidence, so you can go forward with confidence. And also, we have a harvest coming for you. So you do have some extra cash coming. So there is a harvest coming for you. And then here, you need to be motivated, stay motivated. And if you're not motivated, you need to motivate yourself because there's some stuff out there that you need to be doing, and you can't do it sitting and dreaming and wishing. Start that new chapter, you got to be motivated. You got to put one foot in front of the other and start walking in that direction, and you get all of this handed to you with the harvest coming, advancement in finances, all this good stuff. All right? So that's what I got for you, honey. All right, so that's it for tonight, guys. I appreciate you all. We'll try to be ready next Saturday. We'll try to see what comes of it. I may be wearing glasses then. I don't know. But now we're going to find out. I got to go to the eye doctor and see what's going on. Just to see what kind of glasses they're going to give me. So y'all have a great night tonight and a better one tomorrow.